Have a nice day, students. Today we are going to study how to do Python programming. Before we jump into that particular topic, we must be aware about the terminals we are using in operating system. There are two types of terminal that is available in Ubuntu operating system. The first one is operating system terminal. We can execute the Python files using operating system terminal. And there is another method, we can access the Python terminal also, and we can execute the Python file using this terminal. It will be more convenience when you using the Python terminal, but also the operating system terminal is possible to execute the Python file. So, let me introduce you about these two terminals. To create one terminal, to access the operating system terminal, you can take application menu, accessories and terminal. You will get the operating system terminal. Here that dollar symbol and the back side of the dollar symbol represents the prompt, and the blinking element is the cursor. So, this is the structure of operating system terminal, and also you can use Python terminal from the application menu, programming here, ideally using Python 3.6. Actually, different versions is available in Ubuntu operating system. The Python version is a different version is available in Ubuntu operating system. That is, we are using Python 3.6, but the older versions is also possible. The older version means 2.7, 3, 3.0 like that. All these versions is available, but here we are going to study the Python version 3.6. If you intended to execute the Python file using this version, you should take this ideally using Python 3.6. Okay. Now, we just opened the Python terminal. You can just like the operating system terminal, you can see blinking element, that is cursor, and 3 greater than symbol gathered together. So, this is the prompt and this blinking element is the cursor. And you can execute this terminal to execute the Python file, and at the same time you can use this operating system. This is the operating system terminal. This is the operating system terminal. This terminal also you can use to execute the Python file. So, now next we are going to study how to create a Python file. Before that, we must be create one folder in our convenient location. According to me, desktop is the convenient location. If you feel that my documents or any other downloads or there are another locations in your home folder is available, if you feel that is your convenient location, you can take it, there is no problem. But here my convenient location is desktop. So, I am creating one folder named as program. Here I am creating one folder program, and I created the folder named program. I am just opening this folder. Now, we just opened the folder and we are going to create the Python file. When you create a Python file, does not matter what name you are using, but the extension should be .py, otherwise the operating system or the Python software cannot identify this is a Python file. So, extension is inevitable. So, now I am creating one file, new document, untitled document, like that, or this is the one of the method to create one file. And now we can take a rename option to create a file name and extension. I am typing program 1.py. We should give this py extension deliberately. Then only the Python program can execute or compile this file. Okay. Now, we created the Python file. We just simply created the Python file. You can use another method to create the Python file other than this. That is, from application accessories, you can use the text editor, gedit text editor. So, this is the basic text editor that you can use to create a Python file. Okay, now you can type this is a Python instruction, output instruction, that is that I will explain later. Okay, then I am saving this file to that particular location from the desktop program2.py. Okay, now we created the file, and you can see this Python file and its folder. Okay, this is python1.py file we created without the help of application accessories, and we created this program2 file using application accessories option. Both the files are same, there is no technically there is no difference only, but the difference is in the case of file name, that is all. Both the files technically same, and we can create we can open this program1.py file using the text editor, gedit text editor. You can take a right click over the file, you will see the open with the text editor. Now we can type print hello world. Now we created the python1.py file with the content of print hello world. Now we are going to execute this two file using operating system terminal. So we should take the terminal from the folder itself. Don't take the right click over the file, but you should take the right click in the empty area, the white space of the folder. Then you will see one option, open in terminal. Then by taking the terminal window, you can rearrange the window like this. Then you can see both the windows at the same time. Now you can see the desktop program. That is why I insist you to take the terminal window by taking the right click over the folder. When you take the the terminal option from the application accessories terminal, you will not get the this particular folder. For that, you can access that folder by using the Linux command. If you are not aware about the Linux command, you are no longer be able to access this location. So to avoid that complexity, that is why I told you, take the terminal window by taking the right click on the folder, empty area of the folder. Then you will get this location automatically. Now we are executing one command, that is python, Python 3.6. This point out this particular file, program1.py or program2.py, is going to execute in Python shell. This Python 3.6 command describes the operating system should execute this file using Python shell. For the temporary basis, it will change to Python shell. After the execution, it will come back to normal position. So that is the meaning of this command. If you use this Python command only, it will execute, but it will be executed with a different version other than 3.6. There may be some problems and actually not actually the problem. Some syntax might be different. So I think it is better to use Python 3.6 command. Most specifically, we are telling the operating system, you should run this particular Python file using the Python version 3.6. That's all. Then Python, program1.py. When you hit enter, you can see the output, hello world, just below the prompt, operating system prompt. And again, you can run the second file, python2.py, you will both the content both the file contains the same data, that is why we got the same output. Okay. So, this is the method to run program in operating system terminal. Okay. This is the one of the method, and now we are going to move to the next method to execute the Python file. The same file Python 1 and program 1 and program 2 file can execute in a different manner, that we are going to see. Okay. Now, we are taking from application programming, ideally using Python 3, the Python 3.6, the significance of the Python 3.6 I explained before. Now, we got the Python terminal, and you can open this file using file open. Okay. You can execute the Python instructions right in the Python terminal. Okay. Here I am typing print hello world. Now, when you hit enter, you will get output. You will get output right in the Python terminal. You don't need to depend the operating system terminal. That is the benefit of this Python terminal, and also you don't need to give Python 3.6 command, because we are standing in the Python terminal itself. Okay. This is the single instruction method. We can execute the single instruction in the Python terminal, and also we can execute the Python file using ideally using Python terminal. That is the method we are going to describe now, right now. From file menu open, we are going to open this same file program 1.py from the desktop folder. Okay, program 1.py. Now, we just opened the file as a separate file name, separate window. We can see the content in that particular window, and inside this window, this is not a simple text editor window. There are variety of options to execute Python file. That is, from the run menu, you can see run module. When you click here, at the very moment you can see the output of the particular file in the terminal. You are not going to see the output in the file, you can see the output in the terminal. Whatever may be the method you are using, you will get the output in the terminal window. Suppose you are opening the gedit text editor, you can see the output in the operating system terminal. And when you use the Python ideally or Python terminal, you can open the file as a separate window, but the output will be appear in the Python terminal or Python shell. I hope now you got understanding about the Python execution and creating of the Python program. Now, we are going to conclude this session. I hope you have got a better understanding about this topic. Have a nice day. Bye.